you we talk about all the health things. So hopefully if you're watching this, I mean, you've probably already clicked off if it makes you uncomfortable, but here we are. Got a real bad headache, got some real bad cramps, and my gallbladder's on fire, and I'm super thirsty. I feel like I'm getting a little dehydrated here. Classic Aimee. You guys, don't I love the funnest life? Like, I'm not saying that sarcastically. I like genuinely think this is fun. Hello my friends, Aimee Esther here, and in today's video I want to share with you my September health update, what's been going on for my personal health this month. I did do like a little bit of an update of just my chiropractor in the middle of the month, so like a couple weeks ago. Not the best video I've ever posted here on YouTube, but it's out there in the world. More about my chiropractor in that video, but all the health things going on in this one. I have multiple chronic illnesses. If you're new here, you can learn about all the chronic illnesses I have in the links below or all over my channel. And I have a lot of problems. This month was no exception. Lots of health things going on all over my body, so let's talk about that today. Welcome back to my channel, my friends. If you're not yet subscribed, please hit that subscribe button. It really helps out my channel. So you guys, I feel like I have not filmed anything except health updates. Well, that's pretty much all I've done in this house. This is the first time I've set up a microphone and a light and put on my nice lens on my camera, and it's because I filmed a bunch before I moved because I had a feeling I would not have my life together first thing when I moved in. So you have seen other videos from me, but those ones were filmed in advance. And then I have filmed like our moving in videos or unpacking videos, and those ones I just kind of set up while I was doing it. But man, you guys, it feels weird to be sitting in my setup filming because I haven't done this in seriously months. Since before I moved, and I moved twice, so it would be like the beginning of June was the last time I sat down for a video like this, which is kind of crazy. So anyway, I know that was just kind of a side note, but it just feels weird to be in this setting. Whenever I do these like health updates, they're just really chatty. So if you're new here and you don't like just chatty, rambly videos, then these probably aren't for you. You can watch some of my other videos. They're still a little chatty, but these ones especially, I feel like these are the ones where I sit down and we just have a conversation together. It's one-sided, but you guys comment and we chat there. But it's kind of my time to just relax and chat. So my other videos, I like to have points that I want to hit. These ones I have kind of like a few things I want to talk about with my health, but I also I like to chat with you. It's my time to sit down and hang out with you. So anyway, I don't know if you guys enjoy these, but if you do, thanks for being here. So this month has been a lot of ups and downs, I guess you would say. I feel like physically there's been a lot of pain. I've been really sick this month. It's been pretty bad in like all fronts. Mentally though, you guys, I'm doing amazing. I feel like I'm in a really good place mentally. Yeah, I'm just so happy. But I've been in the most pain I've been in a while. This month was really bad pain-wise. Like, seriously, my brain is so happy. I don't know. It's just, I love my life. It's so great, even when things are painful. It's a really amazing life. So mentally, things have been so good. I had been doing EMDR, and that is making me feel so much better. I only had one night this month where I had a lot of anxiety, and it was last night, of course. But I had a lot of anxiety last night, and it was totally my fault. I read something scary on Instagram, and then it just like, I don't know, it just like triggered this anxiety attack for me. I don't know, it's weird. And so I realized, I mean, I knew it when I started, but I really need to not get on social media before bed. Not a good idea. And I usually don't. I mean, I usually don't at all in the evening, but I did. And it was a bad choice. But anyway, mental health besides last night has been super good. I feel like I'm just in a really good place. Even when I'm in a lot of pain, I feel like I can talk myself through it and get to like a hopeful state instead of like, poor me, like, why is this happening to me? I can get to a place of like, it's a hard day, but that's okay, because I still can believe that things are gonna get better and that I'm gonna figure all of this out, and that I'm going to, I just believe that I'm gonna feel better. I always believe that, and I don't know when that is. I don't know if it's tomorrow or in a year from now or in 10 years or in the next life, but at some point I will feel better. And when I believe that, I don't know, just the future doesn't seem scary, because I just believe that I'll get better and that I'm gonna live a good life no matter what. Like, life is gonna be awesome. Like, life is gonna be awesome if I'm sick every day for the rest of my life, and life is gonna be awesome if I'm healthy. We're gonna just have an awesome life either way. That's just what I wanna believe. So anyway, mentally, I'm just like in a really good place, and I've been coaching a lot lately. So many of you have signed up for coaching with me, more than I ever would have expected, but it's been incredible. Like, every single time I get a new client, I feel like I become a better coach, and it is just so empowering to see you guys making changes in your lives, and it's been so fun. It's the best job, and people always ask me like, well, how can you coach me if you're sick? I don't know why this is, you guys, but when I turn on that video call and I look at you in the eyes, all of my pain goes away. Like, it's not actually gone, but like, I forget about myself. Like, when I'm serving someone else, I don't remember my own pain. Like, it literally melts away, and I always feel better after. Always. Even if the pain is worse, mentally, I always feel better every single time. And there were times at the beginning of coaching where I was like, I don't know if I can do this because I don't feel good, or I'd be like, oh, maybe I should cancel. And I would just push through and do it. And every single time I would feel better after. And as soon as the video call turned on, I honestly forget about my own problems. It's just gone. I mean, I remember my problems enough to be able to use examples to help you if necessary, but I'm not doing it from like this emotional, like, poor me state. It's like, oh yeah, this kind of thought helps me in those situations and those types of things. Anyways, I didn't actually mean to talk about that, but point is, my mental health has been awesome, and I think coaching has been helping that, because seeing other people and talking to other people, it just helps see it from other people's perspectives, and anyways, it's amazing. So if you want to be coached, I still have openings, so link in the description if you're interested. Other exciting news, we have finished almost our whole like makeovers in our house. So I just filmed our kitchen renovation video. I guess not renovation, more like remodel. I feel like renovations, you take everything out. Remodel, like, we took some things out, and makeover is like you just paint and do stuff. So I don't know what you call it, but makeover, renovation, remodel, whatever it is, kitchen and living room, I filmed today, so I'm super excited. Those videos will be coming out soon. I've also finished my entryway. I'm looking at it right now, and it's beautiful. And our bedroom is almost done. My husband just has some not floorboards, I always call them that, baseboards, some baseboards to finish in the hallway and in our bedroom. And then I do need to paint the baseboards, because you can see the nails that my husband nailed the baseboards in, and there's like stickers on there and stuff from when we bought them. But I'm not in a rush to do that, so I'm just leaving those. So I didn't show them in the video, so you don't even notice. I guess I didn't have to tell you, but There's still like little things to do, but I feel like the bulk of it's done where I'm not like thinking about it all the time. Now I just get to enjoy my space and do the day-to-day cleaning, and it's just so beautiful and wonderful. So physically and mentally, that is amazing for me. And it's just nice to not have something on my mind that I'm like planning out. I feel like as soon as we finish a project, be like, okay, now the next thing, now the next thing. And now I'm like, okay, I can breathe a little, we're doing okay. And we still have an unfinished basement, but I don't feel like a rush to do it. So we're doing good. And tiny sneak preview, nothing. I mean, honestly, everything you can see in this video minus that curtain was in my old house. So it's not that exciting, but my living room is super cute. I'm super excited to show you. Okay, other things. My gallbladder currently is on fire as I'm talking. It is not feeling well. It's been really bad, and I considered getting it taken out. I'm sure there's tons of people who would tell me not to, but there's also tons of people who tell me that I should. So you feel free to leave your opinion if you would like. But I definitely want to make the decision that's best for me, not based on what other people are telling me, based on what I feel is right, as well as what my doctors feel is right, who know me and have been there with me along the way. So I thought about it, but I just am not like full, like, I don't know. I just don't feel like I want to do it yet. I'm not going to say I'll never do it, but even though it's hurting all the time, I want to try something else first. So my chiropractor has a gallbladder cleanse he recommended for me. And basically you drink like apple juice every day for a week, and then you take this supplement thing. I don't think it's supplement. I think it's like a laxative and it gets everything. I think it just like cleanses you, gets everything out. So I'm gonna try that. I thought I couldn't do it at first because I struggle with my blood sugar. If I don't eat like every 2 hours, my blood sugar drops. And so my chiropractor said I could still eat during this cleanse. So I can eat normally. I just on top of it do like a few extra things that are supposed to help clear the gallbladder and liver out. I'm usually not a fan of cleanses. Like I don't like juice cleanses or celery juice. I think that stuff. It's not my thing, okay? And I have tried many of those types of things, and I've just found that they are not usually for me. But I am basically to the point where do I get my gallbladder taken out with surgery or try one more thing? And I'm like, you know what? It's cheaper, easier. What's the worst that could happen? Let's just give it a go. So I'm gonna try it out. I'll let you know. If you guys, do you want me to like vlog it? Like obviously I won't go into too many details, but like, do you want me to tell you how it goes, or should I just update you in the next monthly update? Would you rather do kind of like a vlog where I show you what I'm doing for the cleanse over the week? Let me know. But I've basically been in bed all week, like literally just laying in bed. So happy day we finished all my projects around the house because I just want to lay around because I've been so sick. In fact, I almost canceled on filming today because of that, and my period started. Sorry if you don't like talking about periods. We talk about all the health things here, and that is part of my health. So if this makes you uncomfortable, just skip forward a little bit, or I don't know, just don't watch the rest of this video. But my period started, and I've talked about this before. I have really painful, awful periods, but they have gotten better since I had kids. They still aren't great. Like I still need to be curled up in a ball with a heat pad, and there's a few tears the first day, but it's not nearly as bad as it used to be. Like I literally used to be like screaming in pain like every single month. I don't think it was normal. I would rupture an ovarian cyst almost every month, and so I think that's why it was so painful, as well as I have endometriosis. So I think those two things combined made for a not happy inside of me. It was very painful. So I have been in a lot of pain this morning as well. I mean, okay, where am I talking about? Where's the pain, Amy? A lot of pain from my period, a lot of pain in my muscles and fatigue from my chiropractor appointments. However, I do think today has been the best in that area, but then my period started yesterday, so now there's like all that stuff. Because, it always happens. But the crazy thing is, I used to have super irregular, like not super irregular, but irregular cycles, and since I have started my cycles again after nursing, they've been normal. Like literally 28 days, you guys. That's never happened to me. What? I know. It's crazy. I don't know if I'm just like cured in that department, but something has been way better. Still painful, but not nearly like it used to be. So anyway, it's good news. That's very good news. Just one more thing to mention today is diabetes insipidus. So I talked about this in most of my recent updates, but I know there's always new people, so it's so hard to know how much do you recap and how much do you just go on. But just so you know what diabetes insipidus is, it is not the diabetes with insulin. Every single time I mention it, even if I say that, people still think I'm talking about diabetes, like type 1, type 2 diabetes. It is not even the same thing at all. They just, for some reason, there's two things that both have the word diabetes in them, and because diabetes, it starts with an M, I don't know how to say it, but the type of diabetes that everybody thinks of when you hear that word, type 1, type 2 diabetes, where you have problems with your insulin, that is so common that we've just called it diabetes, but it actually has a full name. I don't even know what it is, even though I've looked it up a million times because I can't remember. I just know it starts with an M. But this is diabetes insipidus, not related to the other diabetes. Let's just make that clear. I know there's still going to be a comment of someone saying it's diabetes, like talking about the other diabetes. No, totally different. Not related. So diabetes insipidus is an issue with your kidneys. Sometimes it's in your brain, but it's a kidney hormone issue. Basically what happens is there's a hormone that tells your body to stop producing urine if you stop drinking water to help you not to get dehydrated. And if you have diabetes insipidus, you're either missing that or it's dysfunctioning or something is wrong with that hormone and you just keep producing urine even if you stop drinking water. So basically you get dehydrated really fast. My doctor has thought that I've had that for over a year now because I make a lot of trips to pee. I pee a lot and I am always thirsty all the time, no matter how much I drink, always thirsty. So what he had me do is, let me just tell you, the reason it's been like a year is because you can't officially test for it when you're pregnant or nursing, and I was pregnant or nursing the past year and a half. So now that I'm not either of those things, we can officially test for it. They basically take you in the doctor's office and they don't give you water and they test how much you go to the bathroom and see how your blood pressure's doing, if your blood pressure drops or if you lose weight while you're doing the test or whatever. There's a few different ways to get diagnosed with it, but basically they test how much you urine. So what he did in preparation for this is he wanted me to do a 24-hour urine test where I just count how many ounces I go to the bathroom and how much I drink in 24 hours. I did this test when I was pregnant, but since I was pregnant, I don't know, things change when you're pregnant, you never know. So they wanted me to do it one more time before the official test, and you guys, the results are crazy. I actually shared this on Instagram, so if you followed me there, you may have seen it. But let me tell you about my night, the day that I did this. So he asked me a few days before I did this test how often do you go at night? And I said, I think I get up like 1 to 3 times. I knew that when I was trying to fall asleep, I'd usually have to get up 2, 3 times. And then once I actually fell asleep, I was like, I think it's like 1 to 3 times I get up to pee at night. Which is already like, seems like not normal. Like, I feel like as an adult who's not pregnant or nursing, I should be able to go all night without peeing. But I can't. So I thought that was not normal. But then I tested it and it was much worse. Much worse than I thought. Oh dear. Okay, so I got in bed at 9:45 and I went and used the bathroom right before I got in bed. So I peed at 9:45 p.m. Then I peed at 10 p.m. And let me just say this. At 9:45 it was 6 ounces. At 10 it was 7 ounces. And throughout the rest of the night it was around that same thing every time. I think the most was 10 and the least was, there was one time that was like 4, but basically a lot every time. Like, those aren't just like small. I mean, pretty like average, but like for how many times I'm going, I feel like that's not normal. These are times I peed. I went to the bathroom to urinate. I told you we talk about all the health things, so hopefully if you're watching this, I mean, you probably already clicked off. It makes you uncomfortable, but here we are. Okay, 9:45, 10 p.m., 10:40, 11:15, 12 a.m., 1 a.m., 4:30 a.m., 5:30 a.m., 6:45 a.m., and I sort of woke up at 6:45. That was the time I went 10 ounces. And I had just gone like an hour before. What in the world? That's crazy. Anyway, 6:45, I like got up with one of my kids woke me up that morning. And then I was so tired that I ended up going back to sleep. So usually I wake up around 7, but that day I actually slept till 8. So then I went one more time at 8 o'clock. I went to bed, as in I got in bed at 9:45. I probably didn't fall asleep till midnight. It takes me a long time to fall asleep. I'm working on it. The times I told you were like my night pees, which was 10 times. But I don't know if you want to count all those because I wasn't technically asleep the whole time, but I was in bed and I did sleep in a little bit later than normal as well. So count it how you want, but that's still 10 times between 9:45 and 8 a.m. And that's a lot of times to go to the bathroom at night. That just does not seem normal. I mean, I don't know. It just doesn't seem that normal to me. And I put it on Instagram and I did a poll and asked if that was normal and everyone said no. Something is really wrong with you. So I'm like nervous to get this diabetes insipidus test because I've had so many times where I was just so sure something was wrong with me and I'd go to get tested for something and it would tell me that I'm perfectly healthy. And so I think I'm nervous about the official test because I don't want it to be negative because then I feel like I'm back to square one. Do you know what I mean? Like there's just this fear of it being negative, which like isn't, I know it's not that scary. Like if I think about it, like a negative test, it's not that scary. But then, is there still something wrong with me, or is that it? Sorry, I'm getting a real bad migraine right now. I don't know. I'm just nervous. I'm nervous that it's gonna tell me nothing's wrong, when like clearly that is not normal to pee 10 times a night, right? Like I don't think that's normal. And I should note that this is probably important with this. I try not to drink water at night. I'm insanely thirsty, so what I do is I get ice cold water and I just like sip it, and I feel like when it's ice cold, it almost like tricks me into thinking I'm drinking more than I have. And Like I'll just take a sip and just like fake to myself that I'm drinking enough because I don't want to get up to pee again. So sorry, I know that was like going back, but I feel like that's an important note. I'm not like drinking tons of water and therefore having to pee a lot. I'm barely drinking water at night and then have to pee. Like I drink water throughout the day, but anyway, sorry, that was kind of a side note. But what if it's negative? Then what is wrong with me? Is it just a POTS thing? I don't know. I'm just gonna be very confused if it's negative. But I think I just feel like it's gonna be negative because that's happened. That's like the story I've told myself so many times. It's like, nothing's wrong with you, even though it is. That story has come up a lot. Doctors saying, perfectly healthy. Your blood work came back great, but I can't get out of bed, so what's going on? So I don't know, you guys. Anyway, does that happen to anyone else? Is anyone else like going to the bathroom all day, all night, and super thirsty all the time? Is it just a POTS thing? Or do you guys think I have diabetes insipidus? Let me know in the comments below. This video was much longer than I planned. I am the worst. Every time I do these videos, I think, oh, I don't have that much to say this time. It's gonna be really fast. No, it's really long. And I'm feeling really, really sick. But I really want to film more. Okay, I'm gonna go lay down. Got a real bad headache, got some real bad cramps, and my gallbladder's on fire. And I'm super thirsty. I feel like I'm getting a little dehydrated here. Classic Aimee. You guys, don't I love the funnest life? Like, I'm not saying that sarcastically. I like genuinely think this is fun. Like, I never know what symptom I'm gonna get. I never know what I'm gonna get done that day. Sometimes I'm like in so much pain I get a ton done. That happened today. Sometimes I'm like, I do nothing. I'll just like watch movies all day, or I'll just like lay on my child's bed while my kids crawl around me. That's a pretty normal thing, like every day. But it's so fun. Like, I feel like my life is so fun and spontaneous, and I don't ever leave the house, which is cool. Like, who gets to say that? They get to be at home all the time, and they never know how their day is gonna go. That's fun, right? I think I live a fun life. Anyway, you guys probably think I'm weird, that I'm so happy and I'm so sick, but I don't know. Sometimes, I know I'm just rambling. Sometimes when I'm like feeling really sick like I am right now and in a lot of pain, I like try to get myself excited for relaxing. Like, instead of like being like, oh, I can't get anything done, be like, today I just get to watch movies and we get to get takeout and I'm just gonna have picnics with my kids on the floor instead of eating at the table. And we're like, how can we make this super fun? And then it ends up being super fun. It's a really good life, you guys. Okay, well, in a lot of pain, how about you? How you guys doing? How are you feeling physically and mentally? Let me know in the comments below and we'll talk about it. Again, I just feel like these videos are just me like chatting with you. So I don't know, I just keep chatting and probably should stop. That's why I have no friends, because nobody wants to sit and talk to me. No, I have one friend, but I literally just talk her ear off every time she comes over and hangs out. Okay, bye.